I look forward to seeing you all in Gordon Town Square on Sunday, September 8th, as we rename Gordon Town Square the Miss Lou Square.
By now, you should know that this year marks the 100th birthday anniversary of Jamaican cultural icon Louise Bennett Coverley. As the minister just mentioned, the square is to be renamed in her honor. But that's just one of many things that will be happening over the next 100 days to celebrate all that Miss Lou has done for and means to Jamaica. Later in the program, we remind you of some of her many contributions. Stay right there. That and much more to come when we return.
Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez, and this is your JIS News for Friday, September 6. Ground was broken yesterday for a multipurpose facility at the South Camp Juvenile Correctional and Remand Center in St. Andrew. The multipurpose facility will expand educational and training opportunities offered to the wards by the Department of Correctional Services, the DCS. National Security State Minister Rudyard Spencer says the facility is set for completion this December.
We will address need for additional classrooms and vocational spaces for the young ladies. The design will be a 2,900 square feet building, which can accommodate 3 classrooms, an information technology room, and a cosmetology area.
He encouraged the wards and inmates to focus on their dreams and utilize all the resources in the penal system to chart a positive future for themselves. Construction of the multipurpose building is an activity of the project, A New Path, promoting a healthy environment and productive alternatives for juvenile remandees and offenders in Jamaica. It's being implemented by the General Secretariat of the Organization of American States in partnership with the Trust for the Americas. Financial support is provided by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. 700 persons have gained employment through the opening of a new IBEX business process outsourcing office in New Kingston. This is the company's 3rd branch in Jamaica, with other locations in Portmore St. Catherine and downtown Kingston. In welcoming the new office on Wednesday, Commerce Minister Audley Shaw said employment within the BPO sector continued to grow and was almost at 40,000 persons.
We can achieve the next target of 50,000 and the next target of 100,000. Jamaicans just want an opportunity. They want to be inspired. They want to be trained. They will accept the training, and they will pursue excellence.
IBEX, which is headquartered in Washington, D.C. in the United States, is a leading provider of contact center services and BPO solutions. The company employs 4,500 persons at its 3 locations in the country. Government has provided 47 full tuition scholarships to needy students who started their Bachelor of Medicine or Bachelor of Surgery degrees at the University of the West Indies, Mona, this semester. The awards are valued at more than $177 million per annum for the next 5 years. Minister with responsibility for education, youth and information, Carl Samuda, made the announcement at a press conference on Thursday.
Applicants, of course, must be Jamaican nationals. Only applicants with matriculation qualifications in the 97th percentile will be considered.
The beneficiaries are required to maintain a grade point average of 2.8 in order to continue receiving the scholarship. They'll be bonded by the government for 5 years after completing their studies. Minister Samuda says only students who demonstrate the greatest need will be selected. These will include former beneficiaries of PATH and persons from inner city and poor rural communities. Already, 3 students have been selected for full scholarships. They are Shamari Collins, Kuwain Howell, and Rashawn Stewart. Still on education, Minister Carl Samuda has given the assurance that government is taking adequate steps to address the quota of teachers in schools. Minister Samuda says the measures include carrying out additional training as well as re-engaging retired teachers on short-term contracts.
We are busy training new teachers. 200 completed training. Some teachers took early retirement at 55 years of age. And now they are about 61. Now, it's not very hard to figure out why I would endorse the use of people at 61 in the educational system, especially if they are strong math teachers, English language sciences, and so on.
He commended the island's teachers for their commitment and determination to improving the education system. Mr. Samuda gave the assurance at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing. Jamaica has deployed 3 specialists to join the rapid needs assessment teams in the Bahamas to assist with recovery efforts in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. The team of specialists, who are environmental experts, left the island on Wednesday. This is in addition to the team that left the island yesterday for the ravaged neighboring country. 2 of the specialists are from the National Environment and Planning Agency, marine biologists Gabriel J. Watson and Donovan Sankey. The other team member is Leon Jarrett, Manager of Safety, Environment and Quality at the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica. Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie says the team was dispatched once weather conditions in the Bahamas permitted safe access to the islands. The Rapid Needs Assessment teams were organized by the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDEMA, before the hurricane struck. The team commenced work on the ground yesterday, especially in Abaco and Grand Bahama. And finally, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, OPM, is coordinating an initiative to provide support to the impacted islands of the Bahamas. A statement from OPM yesterday outlined that Jamaica was the sub-regional focal point for the Northwestern Caribbean Group, which includes the Bahamas. Given the logistic challenges to moving supplies in a timely manner, OPM says that at this time, it's only accepting cash donations to assist with relief. Donations may be deposited to any branch of the National Commercial Bank. Account name, OPM Donation Account. Account number 212-387-304, Oxford Road Branch. Attach information for the Bahamas Relief Fund. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.
I encourage the deaf children to have deaf pride, to know that they can. You're on the same level as a hearing person. It doesn't matter that you can't hear. You have a lot of deaf adults who are successful, and you can achieve. You can get the education that you want, you can do anything that you want, you can achieve. Don't feel like you can't because you're deaf.
In believing that nothing is impossible, I have been able to culture a very positive attitude to life, and that positive attitude has worked for me, and I am confident it will work for others. I would want to say to persons with vision impairment and disabilities that it is critical that they become tooled or retooled with the appropriate technologies that can help to drive the way forward so that they can accomplish their vision and their goals.
Children with disabilities, whether you have CP or not, I strongly believe that you have a purpose. My disability has taught me that when it says the sky is the limit, it is. There are times when you're going to fall, but what is to stop you from rising?
Up next, a brand new episode of School Zone. In this week's edition, we visit the Oteres Primary and West End Infant Schools. These 2 institutions are leading the way in producing an excellent learning environment for students.
Have you ever heard the term 5-star school? Probably not, but I know you've heard the term 5-star hotel. Well, like a 5-star hotel, a 5-star school is one that produces students who excel in academic performance, behavior, and extracurricular activities. And guess what? Right now we're heading to a school that is aiming towards that very status. It's another episode of School Zone, and we're at the first stop for today, Oteres Primary School.
Five-star concept is to develop the holistic avenue of a child
And so before I get into any detail, let me give you a 5-star welcome to OPM. Our students will do that perfectly.
OPM is our home.
OPM is our home.
That is why we never roam.
That is why we never roam.
A 5-star school is what we own.
A 5-star school is what we own.
And now we're in the school zone.
And now we're in the school zone.
Yes, we're in the school zone.
Hope you have enjoyed that welcome, Ms. Clark. Yes, I did. Let me go into more details in what are the things that we do here as a 5-star school. We have a special ed unit, one of its kind at the primary school. Normally, persons have the unit outside, but at the primary school, where students are catered to individuals. So we have myriads of students with different disabilities, and they're here, they're catered to.
The R, what's the R for? Respect. And what? One more R. And responsibility. If you are responsible, everything that I said a while ago, you will do. You will keep safe. You're going to be trustworthy. You're going to achieve at school. You're going to study hard. You're going to read your book so that you can get to be lawyers and doctors and teachers and soldiers and policemen and all of that. So are we all stars today? Yes. Are we all stars today? Yes, ma'am. All right.
Also, we greet our students each morning to let them feel welcome and special and loved. Some of the children want to get that early morning hug and to know that they are accepted here. And so we have that here. We also have a mechanic club that engage our boys and girls too are there and learning about the different mechanical gadgets that will help them, because this will bolster their enthusiasm and having them in going more into that path of mechanic. So it is really that 5-star wanting them to be holistically developed.
OPM is a stream school, so we have mostly boys, and the boys that are not performing academically in the highest score, I mostly take to them. We have few from the upper class as well, but they have to be interested. We try to show them the basic of mechanics and an alternative way of the leave school where they can, make an honest living. The course is a practical course. I bring in all my equipment because I'm a trained mechanic. When I leave school in the evening, I go straight to the garage. So I'm a full-time mechanic. Weekends in the evening, that's what I do. Okay, so on the car we have what we call the diagnostic ports. And several different cars, there are different places. But as you can see here, there are some pictures of some diagnostic ports on cars. It's mostly found under the dashboard. Okay, and as you can see this car here, you see, this is right under the steering. See, there's a little pocket that you just pull down and you'll see the connecting port. You see the connecting ports? Okay.
There's another outstanding activity that takes place at the school, but instead of telling you about it, let me show you.
We recommend slim pads. For the simple pads, I recommend loosen pads. Need help? Well, step into the gym class. Everybody know in. Are you out? 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 We ever know? If you damn fit to them, what time you know you need to get free. If you think you're going to use the word that to get free.
School zone, school zone. You're watching School Zone.
So just in case you're wondering, what you just saw is the OPM Primary Moves program, which is an extension of the Ministry of Health and Wellness's Jamaica Moves. So what happens is that every day, close to lunchtime, students gather in the holding area to do 5 minutes of physical activity. Interesting, right? I know. Well, right now we're going to be speaking to some of the students of the school who are a part of different clubs and societies, and to speak to them about what they think about all of these interesting activities. Let's go right into business.
It helps us in our immune system, it boosts it, and in our physical health, give us strong bones to work, play, all sorts of stuff, and to work quickly and do good on our work.
very wonderful, and it helps us to build our singing skills, and it brings us many places so that in the future we will be known by our people.
I think it's a good club because in the range of the mechanics we can find good jobs, so we can do good in the future.
My favorite thing is the after-school activities such as the club meetings. So I'm in K Kids Club, and it helps to build up my skills.
I would recommend the OPM Primary, and because we're well educated, and as you heard before, we're a 5-star school. We're well secured, we're well taken care of, and
thank you so much, guys. So as Annalisa said, she would highly recommend the OPM Primary School because they're well educated and well taken care of. And guess what? The same can be said about students at our next stop.
The West End Infant School is the first early childhood institution in Jamaica to be certified by the ECC after just 1 term in operation. The Early Childhood Commission is an agency within the Ministry of Education that coordinates all activities, development plans and programs within the early childhood sector. The Early Childhood Commission is built on 12 standards. These 12 standards are the pillars that governs all early childhood institutions. These are nutrition, health, staffing, administration, finance, parents and stakeholders participation, students interaction, educational and development programs, just to name a few. Upon visitation to your institution, you are given feedback as to where you have reached in meeting the stipulations required by the Early Childhood Commission. This feedback is quantified in percentage. The aim or target is to meet 100% in all standards. At our first inspection, we attained 98%. We started September 4th, 2017, with a total of 46 students. By the end of the academic year, we had 86 students on roll, 27 of which graduated in our first ceremony. The academic year 2018-2019 started with 84 students on roll. Currently, we now have 122 students. We cater to students 3 years and 8 months up to 6 years old. Here at West End Infant School, we cater to the holistic development of all our students. Hence, our students are performing at 80% above their level, their developmental level, and 20% are performing at their developmental level. The students here are engaged in academics, extracurricular activities such as drumming, speech. We have received 2 medals in 2018 for speech at the JCDC competition. Our students are engaged in sign language, dance, and we hope to have swimming and gymnastics on board.
If I write, me a write, that's a action. If I read, me a read, that's a action. Anything we do, that's a action. If I jump, me a jump, that's a action. If I dance, me a dance, that's a action. If I climb, me a climb, that's a action. Anything we do, that's a action. Anything we do, that's a
The student-teacher ratio here helps with the holistic development of all students in that with a trained teacher and an assistant who is known as a caregiver, The students have one-to-one or direct contact. Teachers will do guided learning, so students are guided accordingly, and they do corporate learning where students are in groups, where teachers and caregivers work along with students.
You are watching School Show!
So we're back from our visit at West End Infant School, and we had a great time. But we have to close the program for today. Right now, I'm joined by Stevell, who has this to say.
Did you enjoy the program and want to be a part of School Zone 2?
All you have to do is email me at sclark@jis.gov.jm. Until then, take care.
Goodbye
for now to you, my friend. Goodbye for now until we meet again.
In our next feature, we visit the Salvation Army School for the Blind and Visually Impaired to observe how it empowers and enables students to achieve their fullest potential.
It is amazing. It is amazing. This institution has been more than a school to me. It has been a home away from home. And it has enabled me to be the person who you see today. So amazing. My name is Tashtika Sam, and I am a prefect of the Salvation Army School for the Blind and Visually Impaired. I've been here since the age of 6.
The Salvation Army School was founded in 1927. It's a school for the blind. We do have children who have low vision, yes, and some are totally blind. So Tashtika is one of those she is totally blind.
When I was born, I was 7 months premature, and they diagnosed me with retinopathy of prematurity. I was placed in the incubator for about 3 weeks, and by that time I got too much oxygen, so the islands of my eyes became frozen. Coming to this school, being in the choir since the age of 6, it has been a blessing. It has been a blessing because it lends my voice to ministering to others.
Hearts always hunger for, hearts always hunger for, hearts always hunger for.
Over the years, we have participated in the JCDC competition, and our students have been doing well. And Tashtika is one of those who have done very well. She has performed at different events and has been successful in taking home trophies from time to time.
In 2013, my choir got 2 firsts and a second at the Children's Gospel Competition. My first place was in choir, first ensemble, second solo. In 2014, we got first in choir. In 2015, I did performing arts with recorder. I got gold and reached parish finals. In 2016, I did solo for the school at the Children's Gospel competitions. I came second, winning a trophy, winning $15,000, a tablet.
What song is that?
It's not
by me. When the night has come.
My dream was set since I was a little baby girl growing up. I always loved teaching. I always wanted to teach, so I usually practice teaching in the field of music because music is my life. So being able now to set my mind towards going to Edna Manley in September, it's amazing. It's really amazing.
I know as she moves on to become, she says, a music teacher, that she will be excelling in that area. And from personal experience, I know that in years to come, we're going to be hearing the name Toshika Sang out there doing something extraordinary in music. Oh, stand by me, stand by me. That's crazy.
As you heard earlier, the Gordon Town Square in St. Andrew will be renamed the Miss Lou Square this Sunday, September 8. You will all agree with me that this is a fitting tribute to honor this icon who is dubbed the mother of Jamaican culture. Through her poems in Jamaican patois, she raised the dialect of Jamaicans to a level that is acceptable and appreciated by all. Let's join the minister who governs culture to learn a bit more about how Miss Lou has helped to make Jamaica the place for persons to live, work, raise families, do business, and celebrate their unique culture and heritage.
Miss Lou devoted her life to restore and redeem the language of the mass of the people. Amid great criticism from the well-to-do, who now rule the society, Miss Lou also almost single-handedly brought confidence and respect to our Jamaican language. Miss Lou was able to lead a spiritual revival of the people's culture and tradition and bring integrity to their communication. Through her, people became more confident as they used the language they had crafted. Through her creations, Ring Ding, Auntie Rochise, and Jamaica Labrish, among others, she was able to lend status and support to the people's search for revaluation and restoration of dignity. Through Miss Lou's involvement in the national pantomime, as well as on radio and television in Jamaica and the UK, people everywhere, both in Jamaica and in the diaspora, spoke the Jamaican language with pride as it became the most powerful element of the Jamaican cultural identity. So today, we even have our Patois Bible. What a revolution. And all this owed much to one matriarch of the Jamaican society and mother of Jamaican culture. So today we begin our 100-day celebration of legacy. In this celebration, I'm appealing to the church and to our seniors to bring knowledge of Miss Lou and her achievements to our children and young people.
And just like we've arrived at the last page of today's Jamaica Magazine, but don't worry, you can turn the pages with us again tomorrow and every day after. While you wait, visit our website jis.gov.jm for our daily video uploads and news stories. You may also follow us on all our social media sites for the latest information on government programs and initiatives. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.